What's up, guys? I wanted to share my thoughts with you about the new Blade Runner film, Blade Runner 2049, the sequel to the original Blade Runner from the 80s. Straight off the bat, I want to say that the cinematography is superb. The sound design is like it's just made of like heavy, disgusting sci-fi synths that just shatter your soul. And I really loved the soundtrack. And both the cinematography and the set design are just superb. I've never seen such beautiful sets in a film. And there are actually some interesting ideas in the film. There's a hologram that's coming to terms. Well, we're not sure if she's coming to terms with her own consciousness, if she's becoming more conscious, more self-aware, or if she's just a really good simulation. This hologram would definitely pass the Turing test, but it's still vague. It's still unclear whether or not she is conscious. If she really, it's good. I like that. I like the hologram. That concept obviously permeates the entire Blade Runner world. You know, what is consciousness? What is life, etc. But let's get into the actual movie. The actual story of the movie is terrible because Ridley Scott just fucked up this whole movie in the beginning when he made his director's cut. He fucked it up. He fucked it up by making Harrison Ford do a voiceover. He fucked it all up. So what happens in the film, the spoilers from here on out, is that Ryan Gosling's character, it's very convoluted, this story. Ryan Gosling's character has this memory of an orphanage, and he gets it in his mind that he is Deckard and Rachel's son. So he goes and finds Deckard to find out all about that because the police don't want to have a replicant. There can't be a replicant out there that can create other replicants because that would destroy the entire system they've created. And the new guy who's creating all of the clones, all of the replicants, who's not Tyrell, he's like this other guy played by Jared Leto. He really wants that child so that he can create a replicant race and take over the galaxy, basically. He just wants to have replicants everywhere so that humans can take over the universe. He's got some grandiose ideas. But it turns out that Ryan Gosling isn't his son, it's this other woman. And that's it, that's what happens. You just find out that there is a replicant child. Nexus 6 is basically... That's what I find very confusing. The Nexus 6s, which is apparently... we have to imagine that Deckard is a Nexus 6 as well, because that's sort of alluded to in the movie. Jared Leto basically says that in Blade Runner, Rachel and Deckard were created for each other so that Tyrell could create a replicant child, basically. He created both of those replicants, both Deckard and Rachel, to have them fall in love in the film and create a replicant Nexus 6 or Nexus 7 baby. But it doesn't make sense because in this movie, Blade Runner 2049, Ryan Gosling's character is a Blade Runner and he just hunts down Nexus 6s. He's not hunting down the older replicants because they'd all be dead. They only have a short lifespan. But the Nexus 6s have basically a human lifespan. But yeah, there's only one baby. It doesn't make... I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand why all of the Nexus 6s wouldn't have the ability to procreate. Maybe they do and they just haven't been fucking. I don't know. But yeah, that's the story. It's terrible. It's extremely convoluted. And it's really boring. The film is very boring. Much more boring than the original Blade Runner, which was pretty boring. It's very slow paced. There are some really cool, stunts and what are they stunts? It's all computer generated, but there's a really cool scene where Ryan Gosling's hover car just crash lands. It's awesome. Anyway, they're my thoughts on Blade Runner 2049. Not the best film I've ever seen. It's not as good as Blade Runner. It's the kind of conclusion you'd expect to a story as convoluted and as poorly thought out as Blade Runner. And yeah, I don't recommend you go see it unless you just really want to pull the band-aid off, see how they end this thing. And if you want to see some really cool sci-fi CGI set pieces and cinematography, as well as a cool soundtrack, all of the performances in the film are pretty good. The director who directed this, I can't remember his name, but he directed Arrival and Enemy, which I love. Enemy and Arrival is pretty good. So the direction is good. So you get some good performances, but overall I'd say the movie is a letdown. It let me down. I felt let down. Don't go see it. Go see something else. I feel like I haven't seen The Foreigner yet, but I feel like The Foreigner might be a better value for money. I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought about Blade Runner 2049. Thanks so much for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to support me, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.